Hoping everyone can hear me out there. So far, it's just me chilling by myself, but I'm gonna try a few different things. So always about experimenting on this little Twitter space or X space. I might call it X space now. Sounds pretty good. Hey, Doublequill, how are you? Thanks for dropping in. So just chill for a few minutes. So hopefully someone else is going to join us. Also, if you're happy to jump up on stage, so please. Oh, look, here we go. Everyone's rolling in. Go for Ecomi, got Evolved, Doublequill. Thanks for jumping in. All right, now we've got a few people actually here. We can kick this off. Let's start with our trusty intro music. All right, good everybody. So Osman Collect 63 here, and this is episode 3 of VeVe Weekends, which is the new time slot for Sunday nights here in the UK for me. So it gives my side of the pond a chance to sort of jump in on the conversations. So first up, we've got Doublequill. How are you, Quill?
Hello. Good weekend.
Happy weekend to you too. How's things?
It's nice to be back home after being stuck in Indiana for a week.
Yeah, well, I saw the photos you posted on the group's Discord. So it looked like a lovely town, lovely city.
Yeah, it's very historic, pre-Civil War stuff. So tourists come there all the time to gawk at antiques.
Oh, nice. So how was it? Like, I read that you fell over. So you okay?
Yeah, my knee's still scratched up, so I feel like a 10-year-old kid after going, head first into the curb. Since it's so old, there's no standard curves in that town. So one is like 2 inches and one is 8 inches, and my brain didn't compensate for it.
Oh,
and
no.
my phone's screen still cracked. But other than that, everything is good.
Oh, so as long as it's your phone screen that's cracked and not any bones, that's the main thing. So I feel your pain when it comes to things like that. We've got here in Bristol, we've got old cobblestone streets, which are exactly the same. Like you think you can walk in a straight line, and like no chance. Like you end up rolling your ankle on some uneven cobble streets. It's horrible.
I feel betrayed. It was right in front of a pizza shop called The Uncommon Pizza. And it took me 3 times. The first time I tripped and caught myself. The second time I fell. But the third time I'm like, I'm going to get this. And I'm walked and I looked straight at it. And I was able to get up there without tripping. And I was like, yay.
So you know what you need? It just springs to mind in that sort of moment right there. What you need is an Abril Akbar. And just all of a sudden, it's Abril Akbar. It's a trap!
It was. It had it out for me.
But did you end up getting the pizza in the end?
No, I was too mad at it to get the pizza.
Oh, no. That's... well,
but I got great shots of the sign. I really like the sign.
Yeah, it sounded really cool. Yeah, well, I was trying to find... I had something queued up and then I stuffed it. Audience reactions. I'm pretty sure I had a crowd. That one. Oh, still got on silent. There we go. Just on the subject of not getting your pizza. Oh, my sound was betraying me. There we go. So I'm still experimenting with sounds and sound effects and stuff, so bear with me. So I also had another little idea of something to sort of introduce into future podcasts, Twitter space, X space. I don't know what we're calling these now, but we'll go with X space because it sounds really cool. So this is my attempt at trying to create some ambience, trying to create some background music. So tell me if this works or not. If it decides it wants to work, there we go. Nope, it's decided to rug me again. There we go. Some sort of like some chill out music. So like just create a bit of like ambience, a bit of vibe. So tell me how's that sound? Is that coming through clear or faded, or how's it sound? What do we think?
Okay.
It's okay.
It makes me wanna go and create in Sims 4 or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, just someone made a comment a while back saying that you should try and introduce like some background music to like try and create like a bit of like ambience in that, because I'll turn it off now. But to try and create like a bit of ambience, because sometimes it can get like a little bit like how you said like in one of our last episodes, it gets like a little like whispering crickets and stuff like that when it gets like into the silence. But what do you think? Do you think it's a good idea? Does it work?
Yeah, but if people are talking over it, you probably want to make it a little softer.
There we go. What about something like that? Does that work?
I think it got louder.
Go a bit louder. How about something like that?
Now it's very loud. Yeah.
That's very loud. Okay.
It needs to be softer. It needs to be softer, not louder.
Well, like I said, it's all work in progress. It's all aimed to sort of like create the improving the quality of these shows. Trying to introduce something new. Try and take a quote I heard from Todd McFarlane. Basically, just take something that someone's already doing and try and make it cooler. But we got a few more people dropping in. So KCollections, how are you? So Stu, good to see you, buddy. So okay, we still have to do our duet at one point. Like I think everyone's still calling out for it. So whenever you're up for it, let me know. Hey, Three Biggest Bro, thanks for jumping in, bud. So sorry I missed the Arcade's live stream again. So like I said before, it always lands right in when I'm trying to deal with my kids and bedtime and stuff like that. But I'll probably catch the replay as soon as I can. Thanks for jumping in, guys. I'll always appreciate you taking the time out of your days to come and chill with me. So like I say, you'll like probably sound like a broken record now. If anyone wants to jump up the stage, say a few words, chill, and you're more than welcome to do so. But yeah, so I hope everyone's been having a good weekend so far. So my weekend's been pretty good actually. Come Saturday, I actually took my son to our first father-son cinema experience, which was really cool. Like it's like I've been waiting like four years to do it, and I took him to see the Super Mario Brothers movie. So Dino will be very very proud of me for that one. But it was a good experience. He enjoyed it. He lasted just over an hour before he wanted to leave because it got a bit too loud for him. But I thought that was a bit of a win. I was expecting to spit it like in the first 5-10 minutes. So yeah, so that was a nice little moment, for a little father-son moment for me. And other than that, weekend's been pretty standard, really. So it's the weather here has been pretty ordinary in England. Very very rainy at the moment, but it's just starting to fine up. And yeah, other than that, not really much else has been happening. Just trying to prep and just play around with some new things, trying to improve the quality of these spaces. So hope everyone else has been having a good weekend. So what else? So Quill, what else have you been up to? I like the new the new blog, by the way. So very very cool about holding on to your sets.
Oh yeah, this one was about hodling sets that you don't normally want to hodl, but yeah.
Yeah, no, like I've got 1 or 2 sets like that as well. Like I sort of picked up a while back, and I sort of and ah about, do I want to keep them? Do I like them? Am I just sort of holding on to them just for the fact that just keeping them for the MCV points? I don't know. So do you have many sets like that?
I try to only collect the ones I like, but there are a few I have definitely put out for just in case. I definitely have like 3 or 4 of those, but most of them are because I want them just to have them.
Yeah, I've been kind of focusing a little bit more on single sets now. So just because like I don't have a hell of a lot of capital this month to sort of sink into the app, and exactly, and I know you sort of have that problem, like you said, like in your blog, you get one, and then you want to like get the whole set, and like some of the sets are like four or five pieces, and like next thing you've paid like a small fortune for it.
There are a lot of inexpensive sets out there too. I really like stamps. I've got most of them. There's a couple of recent ones got a little out of hand as far as the last piece, but some of the earlier ones are pretty inexpensive.
Oh, there we go. Cool. Yeah, I mean, me currently, I'm trying to complete my aliens poster collection. I'm down to I've got one last one to get now. I've had my eye on it for a while, but like I said, money's tight at the moment, and I'm not sure if I'm in a position to sort of pull the trigger yet. It's like kind of like one of those things like you stare at it, go, oh, I want it. Can I live off like 2-minute noodles for a month? Maybe, probably not.
Yeah, right now I've been, flipping in this new stuff when I can, but if I don't have it, I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to have to pick it up later. Right now, that's all you can do. I have enough to sustain my uncommon comic book habit, but other than that, everything else, it just depends on what I can sell.
So have you picked up anything lately? Did you go for the little Prince drop today?
No, I've mostly just been going for comics the last couple of weeks.
Ah, nice. So pick up anything lately? So did you have any luck with the Fantastic Four comic, the one with the scrolls? I think it was the last one we had.
I did. I got a comment on the drop, and then I thought I still feel like the prices on that are actually a little too low. So I happened to stack some uncommons and commons in that one, because I don't think on the long term the prices are low.
That's why I'm looking in the market now, seeing what the prices are going for at the moment. So right now we've got the Fantastic Four #2, which is the first appearance of the Skrulls, going for floor price for the uncommon is $680.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. I think on the long term that comic will be just fine.
Yeah. Did you watch have you watched any of the Marvel series at all? The Secret Invasion?
No, I had a feeling that was going to be too rough for me, so I haven't tried it.
No, not your sort of thing.
Ever since Daredevil, and I tried to watch Daredevil, I'm really leery about watching any of them.
Oh, I see. What bit too violent, too dark, or just
right? Yeah, I'm not into the violent ones. I like the PG, the old-fashioned heroes always win, and not too much blood ones. When they get a little bit too violent, I kind of zone out.
So do you have a favorite?
I think my favorite is the first two Fantastic Fours before they started mucking with it. The one with the old Captain America being Johnny Storm, that one. That's probably my favorite out of the new MCU movies. New It.
Jessica Alba as Mrs. Fantastic, and what's his name, Julie McMahon, as Doctor Doom.
Yeah,
they were good. I mean, like for the time, they were good.
The thing I like about it, I don't like it when they muck around with the storyline. I want it to be authentic. I want it to follow it as close as they can. Even in that one, they updated some of the science, which they had to do. But other than that, it had the same spirit as the original. And I can't stand it when people go off script, which is why I just do not like DC movies. And hopefully, I'm really, really hoping this new generation of them goes back to basics on what those DC characters are all about.
So have you seen the new Flash movie by any chance?
No, there was no way I was going to go to that.
No, again, not your thing?
it's the same thing. I didn't trust that generation of DC.
No, fair enough. So what sort of generation of DC would be like more your thing, like more like towards like a Keaton's Batman type generation, or maybe like either a little bit more forward or backwards?
I think what I know, I grew up with Bronze Age comics,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, I I think I want them to be closer to that.
Okay, I see. Ah, cool. So just circling back to the subject of Fantastic Four, then. So what did you? So what do you think about the speculation of them bringing a new Fantastic Four? Because there's been rumors of them getting the casting together for that for a new Fantastic Four movie.
I don't know. The casting choices seem interesting so far. I don't see anything that would, set off red flags for me. So I'm really interested in seeing what they do with it. And it really sounds like they want to get back to, the classic DC. So I'm really interested in it right now. We'll see what happens.
Mm. Yeah, they were saying that we're not going to get much of anything done if this writer strike keeps carrying on the way it is.
Yeah, that's true. Pretty much everything's shut down between the two strikes going on.
Mm. So, has anyone heard? Do you know if anyone's heard anything about the writer's strike? Is there any progress on that at all? Because I would just love for them to get back to shooting dead the new Deadpool movie and getting the new Daredevil movie back on the ground. Nope, I'll take that as a no.
I remember the last time this happened, and then the studios went and started taking old IPs and old things that they owned and just rehashing them for 2 years, and that was just miserable.
Mm.
But it's even worse now because they don't even have the writers. I mean, not the actors, but since they're on strike too.
Mm. Yeah, no, it's everybody. Yeah,
Except animal handlers, apparently, which is why Cosmo the dog made an appearance at the con because somebody had to.
I see. Yeah, because someone had to. They need something to keep everybody there, didn't they?
I thought it was pretty funny that they did that.
Though I like Cosmo the dog. So, have you seen the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie?
Parts of it. I don't usually go to theaters, but I've been seeing clips.
Yeah, I watched the new Guardians movie, and I thought the scenes with Cosmo are really good. So it's quite entertaining. But apparently, like in the comic books, Cosmo was originally had a male voice. So I think James Gunn sort of swapped it out for a female voice because that was there was a story behind it. I can't remember now, but I think it was originally supposed to be a female voice. No. So the original dog that went into space, it was based off of, apparently was female or something like that. Though I could be wrong.
Yeah, do we have that comic? Don't we have a Cosmo comic in there?
We do. It is one of the Nova Comics. It is Nova. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I think it's. Let me just do a quick Google here. It is Nova Comic number 8.
They always feature the FAs on the secret rares, but I don't get secret rares, so I never keep track of a lot of the minor characters. I don't know all the major ones.
Yeah, no, I very rarely. The whole time I've been on VeVe, I've only ever once got a secret rare comic, and that was on the Obi-Wan Kenobi comic.
I've never gotten a secret rare anything on the drop unless it was Disney posters where all of them were.
Oh yeah. Well, that's kind of a sure thing then, isn't it?
Exactly.
Mm.
I can say, yay, I got that, I guess. Kind of takes the, fun out of it in a way.
Yeah.
Although I do appreciate the MCP points, I'll say that.
Yeah, definitely. There's like 6 points a comic, isn't it? Or 6 points or whatever you got.
That's pretty good.
Mm.
Those sets, and some of those sets aren't really all that expensive either. They're pretty hefty on MCP points.
Mm. Yeah, even the single sets are quite good as well because we've got a couple of secret rare secrets single sets which are good for MCP points.
Yeah,
Which,
that's true.
Trying what we got because I know there's that VeVe who's from the Ant-Man and Wasp movie. He's a single set. There's the anniversary birthday poster for the Avengers. That's a single set as well. And there's a couple other ones as well that are quite reasonably priced.
I wouldn't mind that VeVe or whatever, because I think he'd be cool for vault building and stuff. He's got an interesting texture to him.
Yeah, I know. I've seen some of the stuff that some of the other vault builders have done with him, like when he first dropped, and yeah, it's like really really cool. It's like a sort of like a transparent, like sort of goo type face. What's he going for in the market anyway? Let's have a look. Right now, floor price on VeVe is 39, so not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's probably worth a pickup.
Yeah, considering I think retail was 30, so he's not too bad.
And there weren't very many of those either.
No, I don't think there was. Hang on, let me see if I can find out how many. Click to details. That's what we want. There are. There's only 1,000 editions.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
That's pretty good. So, do you do much in the way of vault building or anything like that?
No, I don't like the AR system. I don't like how the controls are set up. I can't wait to see what they do with the VeVeverse, because I would like to see it a little bit more intuitive as far as putting things up there.
Yeah, definitely.
It should sense a wall and then smack something against the wall if it can tell, through your movements that that's what you were intending to do. It should be a little bit more. I mean, it's something that if you were in a game that has a housing system, you can turn it off and on. So, specific builders can turn it off and still have it the way it is. But they also have an easy mode where all you have to do is point at the wall and it goes up on the wall without too much fuss. And I'm hoping they make it that intuitive so it's not as much of a struggle.
Yeah, definitely. KCollections coming up to speak. How are you, Kay? Happy weekend.
Hi. Happy Sunday. Or is it Sunday for you or the next day? It's Sunday.
No, it's Sunday night for me. It is currently 8:54. Going up on 9 o'clock, which is kind of weird for me because every time I normally post the other spaces, VeVe Wednesdays, it's usually always early in the morning.
Well, so that you started doing it on Sundays. Let's go.
Yeah, well, thank you. Well, that was the whole idea of this, is to try and give other areas a chance to sort of like, come and jump in the spaces and come and chill with us who might not be able to make the VeVe Wednesday episodes. They can come and chill with us on the VeVe weekend episodes, like yourself, for example. Because what time is it at the moment where you are in Colorado?
Almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
2 o'clock. So very very manageable. So how's your weekend been?
It was good. I worked on Saturday, got a little overtime, and then I went up to the mountains. My cousins were camping on their private property, so I just went up there to hang out with them for the day. And now I'm just painting and listening to you guys chat. And yeah, so it's been pretty chill. How about you?
Pretty good, thank you. Yeah, just casual weekend for me. Like I was saying before, I took my son to his first father-son cinema experience. So we saw Super Mario Brothers, which was really good. So he had his popcorn, he had his fruit shoot and some party rings. So he was happy. But yeah, he didn't last the whole movie, but he lasted just over an hour. So that I thought that was pretty good for his first go, because I just thought he'd sit for about 10 minutes and get bored or want to leave, and then that'd be the end of it.
How old is he?
He's 4.5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't want to sit there when I was 4 for a whole hour. Like, wait, you want me to hold still for a whole hour? Is
Yeah,
that right?
yeah. Well, it was
Um,
it was more the volume that got him, because he was saying it was too loud and he kept holding his ears.
yeah, I get that too. I get that too.
Yeah, I think next time we go, I might have to get him like a pair of like child earmuffs or something.
Did you go to like just the regular cinema, or did you go like pay for like the Dolby or like special
No,
ones?
well, the cinema that we go to, they actually have a deal in the mornings. They call them mini mornings, which they have 10 o'clock in the mornings, basically aimed at children. So they sort of do like in a smaller cinema with a reduced cinema price ticket, and yeah, they usually have kids movies that go anywhere like between like an hour to like an hour and a half. So normally it's something like along the lines of like Paddington Bear or Coco Melon or Peppa Pig or something like that. But this time they decided to have Super Mario Brothers. So I thought, perfect. Let's start with that and see how it goes.
Yeah, and I loved that movie. I went and seen it in theater too. So I always watch the kid movies. People are like, "That's a kid movie." I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I wish I had a kid sometimes so I could blame it on them. Like, yeah, I'm going for my kid. But I'm totally going for myself.
That's it. You could always like take like like a relative's like a niece or a nephew or something. You could always just like snag a kid and just take it with you. That could be your excuse.
It's whatever. People could just think I'm a huge child. It's whatever.
But yeah, but
so
no.
This weekend, other than the movie, anything else fun?
Not really. Just standard home stuff. A bit of shopping. I wanted to take him to the park today, but it was decided to bucket down with rain. Typical English weather. So so that didn't happen. But yeah, just chilling.
Did you go for the was the drop today? Yeah. Yeah, today. Did you go for that Moon Boy?
I didn't know, because I'm right at the moment. I'm kind of gem poor at the moment, because I had to allocate capital to other areas outside of VeVe this month, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. But it seems to have done all right. I think I'm just looking on the website now. I don't think it's sold. I don't think it's sold out. Has it sold out? Let's have a look. It hasn't sold out. Rare. Oh, there's still 1,383 editions left, so there's still plenty to go around, and it is currently going for 22 gems in the market. That's the floor. What about you, Kay? Did you go for it?
I mean, I hit the list, and then once I seen, that I was on it, I haven't got the list for like any of the big drops, so I was like, yeah, this is probably not going to sell out. So I waited, like the 15 minutes to kind of watch the market, and it was down, so I didn't end up buying one. I'm just trying to wait to find my mint, and I'll just pick it up whenever that hits the market. But
yeah.
Because I do like the piece. I think it's really cool. I love anything that like involves space. So, and I like the animation that it has and everything. But I just rather, if I'm going to spend my money, I'd rather at least get like, the mint that I hunt or something, rather than just gamble to like get a low mint, especially when it's already like under market. So
yeah, no, that's fair enough. So is there anything in particular you've got your eye on at the moment?
Well, I don't know if you see my post the other day, but we finally just picked up the 3210 Iron Man. So that cost a lot of gems. No. Also gem broke right now. So no, but that was my big pickup for the week.
Excellent. Congratulations to you. Hang on, I do have something for that. There it is. Sorry, I'm still playing around my soundboard.
I know, I like to too. Just the one on here on Twitter, or you have a different one?
No, we'll see. I'm running this through my laptop at the moment through BlueStacks. So it's an Android application, and Android doesn't have a soundboard. So Uncle Elon decided he wasn't going to give me one, so I decided I'm going to make one. So I've been casually just trying to put one together in my spare time, which so at the moment hasn't really been much of it at the moment, but it's a work in progress.
Interesting. I did not know that like Android didn't have the soundboard. How weird.
No, I think it's only iOS has got soundboard.
Yeah, because I definitely have a soundboard. I mean, look, this is our already.
Very nice.
And then we have like the crickets.
Yep. Got that one.
You always have to have like a. You're wrong.
Yep.
But.
Yep. I got one of them as well. Hang on. Let's trade sound effects. I've got and I've also got my. This is for when the trolls decide to and the fudders decide to drop in. I've got my Fuddermatic 3000. So check this out. And then the first one's a warning, the second one's a to get out.
When trolls come in, I just do this one.
That's cool.
It's a cow. Or
Yeah.
when it's a pause moment because someone says something inappropriate.
Yeah, I like that one. Or what else have I got? I got we could probably keep doing this all night.
You probably have more sound effects though. I mean, you can add them. Like there's like a little add section, but anytime I try to like hold and add one, it never saves to my board. So, but yeah, I mean, we have a set amount on your app. You probably have way more fun that you can do. Oh yeah, we have this one too.
Nice. Actually, I got one more. This is probably one of my favorite ones. Let me find it. Here we go. It's a mic drop.
Oh, I was like, what was that?
Yeah, the mic drop, but then you mic drop and then pair it with something like this. But yeah, it's like endless possibilities. Like I've got a site that I've been like sort of downloading them from, and they've basically got like sound effects for all sorts of stuff.
Well, and since you're doing it from your computer, then that means that you could probably play pretty good resets then, huh? Like music.
I am sort of I'm in the process of trying to get it all together because on the last episode I actually tried live streaming one of these Twitter Spaces, but the audio was all screwed up. But I think I'm getting a little bit closer to sort of piecing it all together. So right now I'm over the next maybe in the next episode I'm actually looking at doing a like a live stream along with a Twitter Space. Just to try something a bit different.
That'll be cool.
So that way we can still like interact like like we are doing like right now, but of course have like the little extra added effect of seeing like like reaction, like how I react to things like on live streams or something like that, like like a react. It'd be like a living reaction video.
I dig it. And then that gives you the opportunity to get more viewers and people, because some people don't like go out of their realms, like they like to stay on Twitter or they like to stay on YouTube or whatever. So you're also like getting more engagement and like people without making them leave their comfort zone.
So. Actually, that's very true. I didn't actually consider that.
Yeah,
because you are right. People have got the platforms that they're comfortable with.
Yeah, like if you go over to Discord, you got your Discord VeVe fam, you have your Twitter VeVe fam. Like, I mean, we all mingle, and like some of us do drop in like others, but we do have like our main ones and like where we really like hang out. And if you do ask multiple people, a lot of them will say like, yeah, I mostly just hang in Twitter. Like, I'll go and watch my YouTube friends to like support, but other than that, like I'm here, or whatever, Discord or wherever they're at. So.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good point. Yeah, like cross platforms. I like it. I dig it.
Yeah, you got it. I don't know if you would be able to stream it like on all three at the same time, but if you figured that out, then you would be like a trifecta of VeVe-ness.
It's like you could be a god. I don't know. I'll look into it. So I always like trying to do things like that everyone seems to be impossible. Or it's just fun, like just try something new, just to see if you can do it.
Well, that's why I started my channel. I never thought I was gonna have a YouTube channel. The heck?
Yeah. How is the channel going? Have you got anything in the pipeline for the future? Any more interviews coming up?
I actually do. So this upcoming this next Saturday, I don't know if you know who he is or have seen him in the community, but his name's 365. His user handle here on Twitter. He's a very heavy like physical collector in real life. He does a lot of real flips and like does like toys, cards, a whole bunch of kind of collecting and stuff. So he's gonna come on and share some of his collecting and tactics and like how he figures out like the alpha on this stuff, because when you're doing physical collecting, you need to know like when it's going to drop and what websites to be on, all this stuff. So he's just going to be giving us some like information on like physical collecting and how he got into VeVe, of course, and yes, all that kind of jazz. It's going to be fun.
Oh, excellent. Well, there you go. Everyone stay tuned for that. So we'll have to, as soon as you drop it on Twitter, we'll have to retweet it and get it out there so everyone can tune in. I'll definitely tune in if I can.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be at around 1:00 my time on Saturday, so an hour earlier than now. So you might be able to join.
Maybe.
If you're not open for your space, but if you are, no worries. You can always hit that replay button. That's the nice thing on YouTube, it's always able to go back on. So
yeah, cool. Excellent. So you mentioned you were painting before. So what's your painting, or is it something secret?
So Ms.Gekko won a giveaway that I did a while back, and she had some different options. She could have like picked a comic book or a drawing of mine or something, and she picked a painting. So I'm actually painting her Dragon Girl right now.
Oh, nice.
I've been working on her. I have a lot of the details in here. I just penciled in like all of her tattoos, and now I'm just like painting them in. But I don't know if you've ever checked out Dragon Girl, but she has a lot of tattoos with a lot of little details. So it's been taking a minute, but it's turning out really cool.
Excellent. I'm sure she'll be thrilled with it. So we actually had Ms.Gekko on the channel not long ago. Really lovely lady. Like really enjoyed chatting to her.
Yeah, I don't know if you know, Osman, that she when I first joined like the Twitter Spaces, I always like heard her as a speaker, and she was one of the few females that was on stage all the time. And I was always in Jay East space when Jay East would open daily. I don't know if you ever had the opportunity to meet him, but he opened like a daily Twitter space just to talk about VeVe and everything. He doesn't do it anymore, but I ended up popping up and talking to Twitter fam because she was so inviting and loving and welcoming. So shouts to Ms.Gekko, because that's how I'm so involved on Twitter now, because before I didn't really like spaces. I felt like everybody like argued and it was just always hectic. And after I found that space, I was like, oh, I found my people. So yeah, definitely shouts to Ms.Gekko. She's my meta mom. I love her to death.
There you go, shout out Ms.Gekko. Yeah, well, I mean, that's one of the reasons why we created our Twitter space as well. That's one of the reasons why we first created VeVe Wednesdays, was to sort of create a safe space to sort of get away from all the FUD and the negativity of the outside world, and just like sort of chill and just share and just in our love of collecting and fandom and just being all out geeks without like having to worry about like the outside world, so like looking at you like you're a loony or something like that. So I feel where you're coming from. Nice one.
I was listening to you. I was just sending you a picture of what I was painting.
Yeah, let me have a look.
Look at that, but don't share it because nobody knows.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they know what I'm painting, but they don't know what it looks like. So
I haven't seen it. No sharing. Got it. So sorry everyone. This is like my peep into the into the VeVe-verse. I'm not allowed to share it. That looks beautiful. Yeah, I like it. Very, very cool. So I love the color on the dragon too. Really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to make I have some like paint markers that make it look like real gold. So I'm just trying to give it that like gold effect.
Nice one. So just on the subject of VeVe-verse, are you excited for the VeVe-verse? How do you have any thoughts about the recent AMA they just had, or some of the information that's been coming out?
I mean, of course, I've been waiting for the VeVe-verse. I can't wait for it to come out. Some people have said that they have their early access and they're in the beta doing all the testing for us, and it seems to be really awesome. So I can't wait to get my hands on it for sure. Not much on the AMA. I don't really feel like they gave us too much new info, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the VeVe-verse and getting in there and having some fun creating. I still am curious if we're able to put comics on our walls. Like, I just want to play in there. I know we have a skybox, and that's what I was really hoping for, is that we would have a skybox so we could change it from like day and night. Because I don't know about you, but like when you're creating in the vault, I have the background where it's like the sunset background. And I'm so jealous of all the people that joined before me and have the mountains. I'm like, I want mountains in my background. So
That's it.
It'll be cool that I could change like the background now, finally. Like that's what I've been wanting to do for so long. So just that is exciting.
No, excellent. So what about you, Quill? So do you have any thoughts on the VeVe-verse or any of the recent information that's come out?
I agree with everything you said, but also I hope that the tutorial on how to do stuff is going to be very comprehensive, so that anybody can do it, even if they aren't a vaultaholic.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, because I know personally, like, from my own experiences, yeah, my vault skills are horrible. I just put it at that, they're horrible. I very rarely spend any time in my vault, just because it's just I just struggle with doing anything in it.
I've spent hours just trying to get my stamp straight on the wall.
Oh man, I tried to take a photo of one of my aliens posters on my wall the other day, because I wanted to try and take a photo of it so I could show my missus like what I've been doing. But yeah, it just took me forever to like try and get it to like sit straight and try and move it around. It just was not working.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that they make it a lot easier to like move stuff around, like the actual like, because the only thing for me is like rotating. The rotating is so annoying. I'm just like, why? You just move like I want you to move. But practice makes perfect, right? The more you're in there, the better you are. I don't know if any of you guys have ever dabbled into Blender and like tried to like create your own 3D assets or anything like that, but that's a fucking whole mission. So I'm sure that the VeVe will be like 10 times easier than Blender and pretty self-explanatory. You're just gonna have to get in there and like get your hands dirty, you know. So I can't wait to try. I'm just looking forward to everything that we can do in there. I want to create a race track and invite everybody to come race me.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to the opportunity to sort of create like my own like virtual like sort of theater room. So I don't know, I'm gonna have like my TV or my widescreen or theater or whatever it is we're gonna have with all my like my movie posters on my walls. I've got like my Aliens posters. I'm even eyeing up some of the James Bond posters as well because some of them look pretty cool. Have all my like my ultra rare comics displayed all over the place. And just also just being able to like invite like basically like all you guys into my showroom so we can like chill, we can like watch maybe like a movie or something on my virtual screen when they eventually get to that, and just interact and just have a good time, because that's one thing that really like sort of piqued my interest, like is when they said that Dan was working a lot like on the social aspects of the VeVeverse, so like just like the being able like to invite people into your showrooms and do things like that. Like that's what like got me really excited.
I just wonder how long it'll take for them to ever make it like compatible with mobile, because not many people sit there like on their computers at home to like do this kind of stuff. Like so I just wonder how long it'll take them to come out with like a mobile version, or if they'll ever have a mobile version, because it's like so big and like too much going on. But spatial you can get on mobile, but mine's very glitchy. But I don't have the newest phone or anything. My phone's very old. So people might have better experience with better technology. But so I'm just curious if like how fast it'll go to mobile, because I can see us hanging out in the VeVeverse more than Twitter Spaces once it's a mobile thing.
Yeah, definitely. So what do you reckon, Quill? Do you reckon you agree? Or something along those lines?
I don't know. I'm not very good with my phone, so I'm just looking forward to the web version. I play a lot of sandbox games like, Minecraft and Sims and all of that. So I would just like it to be easy to use, basically, and to have similar tools.
Sims, that's going back. Like that used to be one of my favorite games back in the day. Was the original Sims when it first came out.
I also still play EQ1. I mean, EverQuest 1 and EverQuest 2, and both of them have housing systems as well. So I'm used to decorating in there as well. And so, but the ones that are currently out, as in the game sandbox and spatial, aren't as comprehensive as any of those yet. But it's just such a new space. I'm just hoping that the VeVeverse is a little bit easier to use.
Yeah, because that's what's really going to draw people in, as long as it's easy to use and not overly complicated. Yeah, well, ever since I saw the video for the Apple new Apple goggles, that just opens up a whole new world of possibilities. Like the basically taking like the Iron Man approach to things. Like you sort of wave your hands around and everything's moving and you're fully immersed in everything. Like if the VeVeverse gets to like that, I mean, like wow.
I'm still waiting for more improvements. These are prototypes. We are in the prototype stage of the VR AR realm, And I want
Oh,
to
absolutely.
wait a couple of generations before they all knock that out. And also, if the price comes down, because usually after the first version, the second version, the third version is usually half the price, no matter what the technology is. So as long as I can use it on the computer or a phone in the meantime, I don't mind waiting.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like, no, I ain't splashing out three grand for a set of VR goggles yet. Like, I'll probably wait, like, for it to be battle tested for, like, first 6 to 12 months, and then maybe, like, once the cheaper knockoff versions start coming out, then maybe, like, sort of look at it then. But in saying that, there are people who will want to have the first, because, like, there's things like, the first, like, iPhones and first iPods or whatever, like, they go for big money as well. So there will be that sort of, like, that niche of people who want to collect things like that, I guess.
Yes, and they can test the radiation levels for us and the battery testing and all that great
stuff. Yep. So let them have at it.
Well, and then during like DCon, when they first announced the VeVeverse and kind of let us look into the VeVeverse, David was saying that we'll be able to create our own stuff, like and bring it into the metaverse. So I'm curious on if there's going to be like mad restrictions, like can it be rated R stuff, like this girl's tits are out or whatever, like I wonder how that process is going to go. Like, do you have to go through like a approval stage or just create anything and just put it in there,
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see, like, what sort of crazy people will start coming up with. I mean, like, obviously, like, the licenses will have their sort of set parameters on things you can do with there, but you're right, like, David did say, like, you can, I'm hoping you can do things like, create your own like, your own weather, your own times, like day, night. What else is there? Like different textures, like, he said things like, you can create, like, like buy like rock packages or plants or something like that you can put around your VeVeverse or whatever. But yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see how it goes moving forward. But we got Ms.Gekko in the house. So Daniel Marquez, always a pleasure, mate. Thanks for dropping in. But yeah.
I just know that, like, if you're buying all the plants that VeVe give you or buying all the furniture, like, then your vault's still going to look like someone else's because you still have something that's everybody else's, unless you have a one-of-one piece. And if you have a one-of-one, like, that's fucking fire. But that's why I want to create my own stuff so that my vault just has some different uniqueness to it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, if you can, like, import your own stuff, like, from OpenSea or whatever it is, I mean, like, that's really what gives it that level of uniqueness. And you're right, like, you don't want your space to sort of like be like a cookie cutter off color version of someone else's or something like that. You want it to be like 100% unique, 100% yours. Basically, kind of like your own house.
I'm in the making donut stage of Blender, but if we were allowed to make our own furniture, I would definitely learn how to use it better.
Yeah, I think I don't know. That could be a good, like, an interesting possibility, like, having, like, packages, like, in the VeVeverse, like, where you could, like, create your own furniture, or you could create your own pieces or something like that. Like, that even opens up a job possibility. Like, someone could even, like, get a job in the VeVeverse, like, teaching people how to make stuff.
Well, I would like to make a bookshelf with working books on it.
That'd be cool. Say me, what would I make? I would make a shelf, like, displaying all the cool collectibles, like, some like the movie stuff. Like, because, like I said, I'm more of a movie guy, so I would definitely have like your Iron Man, or maybe like your RoboCop, or Ed 209, or Rambo, or Alien or Predator when they eventually drop it, because I know it's coming.
But if we can make our own shelves, what are we going to do with all those lenticulars?
Lenticular cards, yeah. I tried to think of the lenticular cards, considering I bought my Goofy at 3K, so that still haunts me to this day.
Yeah,
but
they make such good shelves.
They did make good shelves. That is a very good point. They did make good shelves, and I've seen like
I want to make like cool like chandeliers or light fixtures and stuff that like you would obviously have in a home, but make them super, futuristic and looking like super trippy, like art pieces, but it's just housing material, like lights and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
that
gonna
could be
be
cool.
out of this world.
Yeah, I kind of like that. That would be cool. Like unique, like chandeliers, unique lighting. Let's try to think. What are the cool, like unique sort of like furniture you could get? Oh, here we go. Go, Ms.Gekko, come up to the stage. Come on up. If we get any more people up, I might have to make someone a co-host. Ms.Gekko, how are you?
Hey Osman, hey Casey, hey Doublequill, how's it going? Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you. How's your Sunday been?
I heard Metaverse talk, so I had to join in. That's my favorite thing. How's your day going, Oz? It's almost the end of your day, right?
It is. Yes, it's coming up on 9:26 at night here in the UK. So, and yeah, my weekend's been pretty good. Like, I was saying to Kate, everyone else in the space, like, I took my son to his first father son cinema date, and we went and saw Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, that's amazing! My boys watched that as well, and they loved it.
Yeah, my son's 4.5, so he only managed to sit through about just over an hour's worth of it before the cinema got too loud and he wanted to leave. But I consider that a win. So I thought he was only going to last 10, 15 minutes before we had to sort of leave. So, but it was a good experience. He had his own little popcorn. He had his own little fruit juice.
I was just going to ask that. Did he get popcorn?
He did. Oh, absolutely. Popcorn was like a standard in the cinemas. Like, I ain't going nowhere near a cinema without popcorn. But the best part is that the cinema that we go to, they actually encourage you to bring your own stuff in, so we don't have to hide anything. So I can walk in there with a big bag of stuff, and I can just walk right in the front door. So before we go in, we always go to the local shopping centers and stock up on like popcorn and drinks and stuff like that, and just take it in. So that way we don't get stung extortion amounts for their food there. Actually, I'll tell you what, this is a good hack as well. For anyone out there, if you go into the cinema with your own popcorn, like your own bags of popcorn, so go up to the counter and ask for an empty popcorn container.
But the movie popcorn is so good, though.
It is good. I mean, I will give it that. It is good. So I'm kind of like a bit of a, I wouldn't say a health buff, but I'm more like conscious about what I eat. So I always try and go for the lower calorie versions of popcorn. But you're right. Like, you can't beat the taste of like cinema popcorn with all that lovely buttery taste.
I love kettle corn where it's sweet and buttery. So if they had that, then it would be game over.
I know. I'm a sucker for anything caramel, like salted caramel or something like that. Oof, go on. But I have to be careful with the amount of sugar that I eat, because otherwise my body punishes me severely for it. So sometimes I have to, as much as I love the salted caramel stuff, I have to stay away from it.
No, I hear you there. Like, healthy food is the way to go. That is for sure. So KC, you were talking about your metaverse. So you want it to be unique.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. I don't want to. I know that most people will have their VeVe collectibles, obviously, but I just don't want to have my world and here's my wall in this corner. Oh, you put it in the right corner? I chose the left one. So yeah, I definitely want to be able to add my own creations and creativity to the metaverse for sure.
Yeah,
So,
and all that's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, no, that's cool. I was just saying to Kay, like, I completely agree. Like, it would be good, like, if you could, like, when we get to that point where you can, like, have that level of interoperability, like, so you can have, like, all your VeVe collectibles with your, like, your OpenSea stuff combined with, like, your stuff from, I don't know, like Palm or McFarlane or whatever other projects we've got out there now, Cryptoys, anything like that, like, just to really sort of give, like, space like that, like, unique flavor to it.
I'm curious if you're going to be able to have like a little pin or whatever by it so that you can click on that and see like you can get this item off of OpenSea or whatever. Because if we're going to be able to import stuff, people are going to be there thinking like, oh, I can buy this on VeVe, but it's like not even a VeVe product. So I wonder how they'll have that set up. But I'm not sure if they even have that like in there right now during beta. They're probably just worried about their assets working correctly, and then they'll probably implement like us bringing outside stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and that's Casey. That's what's going to make or break the uniqueness, because of course, once you can import different file types, you can create them. You can go to Sketchfab to get many free 3D assets, which you can either use directly from Sketchfab, or you can bring it into an editing program such as Vectory or Blender, and you can edit them. So let's just say, Casey, you wanted to make like a Spider-Gwen theme, one of your showrooms, we'll say, or your VeVeverse rooms. You could get a 3D model, let's just say, of a lamp or a couch or whatever, and make it into like the different colors, use a picture as your skin. You can do all that sort of stuff. So again, it's really going to depend on if external files are going to be able to come in. And I know, as you mentioned about, oh, it'd be great for Cryptoys, for the OpenSea stuff. You're not going to be able to attach your wallet in there, I would suggest. But these files or assets would need to be downloadable, and they would have to be brought in as a file rather than a Web3 type thing.
Okay, that's very interesting. I didn't even consider that.
Like, say, for example, in Spatial, I can connect my wallet and it picks up my Polygon, my ETH, and my Solana NFTs. I don't have many Solana NFTs, but it doesn't pick up my Tezos NFTs, and that's where my collection is. That's my biggest collection. So for me, when I look at a metaverse, I need a metaverse that allows me to bring in files. Now, sometimes and this is what I'm saying, like, once VeVeverse comes out of beta and more people get to use it, this is going to be amazing conversations, because we're going to be troubleshooting. We're going to be figuring things out. What's the max number of pieces you can get into a room? What file types can you use? Because, of course, you can convert file types. You can compress file types. So there's a whole bunch of little tips and tricks that, I've learned in using, metaverses for the past year and a half or so, and it's going to directly relate into the VeVeverse. So I can't wait to see it. But for example, on Cyber, that's another metaverse, and you can curate art galleries. And I have, I don't know, maybe 50 plus galleries curated there. But they brought in the Tezos, like you could bring in your Tezos NFTs. So you could have an ETH NFT next to a Tezos NFT next to a Polygon NFT. But it's only because the platform has allowed interoperability with those chains.
Right. And do you think that's something that maybe VeVe could get to at some point?
I don't know if they need to, really. I don't. I mean, surely I guess they could, but that I didn't really think that was their aim, because, we're calling these digital collectibles. And when you think about cryptos and wallets, you think about NFTs. Well, I do anyway. So I don't really think VeVe needs to have that. And people keep saying, like, the majority of users on VeVe don't even own things outside of VeVe. They don't own anything on OpenSea to even want that interoperability. To me, the biggest thing is being able to download a file, not necessarily to edit it, but just to download it, to be able to, transported. That's true interoperability, in my opinion.
Yeah, just that ability.
Exactly. So yeah, KC, like Sketchfab has beautiful chandeliers and, you know, basically everything that you could even imagine. And you can also create your own things and post them on there, either for sale or for free.
Wait. So they already let you sell them there?
On Sketchfab, yes.
Whoa,
Yeah.
I'm like sleeping. What am I doing?
I know, yeah.
There you go, Sketchfab, everybody. I've never heard of it until up until now.
Yeah, so check it out. So imagine, Casey, you made like I don't know, like some sort of 3D logo or a 3D GM with like, you know, a VeVe pattern on it. Like you could put it in Sketchfab or on Sketchfab, list it as free or sell it, whatever you want to do. And people can pick it up and use in their own metaverses.
Dude, that's tight, because then you could also like mint. Well, I don't know if it's considered minting or whatever, but like minting. So there's only 50. There's only 50 made. Go get them. Like first 50 to get them, and then only 50 people have that. Dude, that's sick. Like, oh, I'm excited. That's cool.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to definitely be using Sketchfab then, unless VeVe has like their own Sketchfab kind of side to them. But
they may have an inventory, like you said, of like furniture, shelving, you know, that sort of stuff. But again, that's fine. But there are a certain percentage of users like you, Casey, they want to have a unique place and things. Oh, where'd you get that? Oh, you know, either I made it or I got it from, you know, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I mean, like they'll definitely have like, you know, like a sort of like a stock selection, I guess you could say, like, you know, the very sort of bare basic stuff that your average Joe or someone who's new to the digital space can maybe have a play with, and then maybe they'll have like a different tier that you can start paying for it, like, you know, get like more like a premium stock. I mean, even MCP points might even come into play here. Like if you got like X amount of MCP points, maybe that entitles you to different like tiers of items that you can get for your VeVeverse. Like if you've got like, you know, X amount of MCP points, you might be able to get like a fancy statue or rock or something. I don't know. Okay, what do you think?
Sorry, I just like thought of a question and I wanted to say it before I forget, because I always forget.
Yeah, go on. Absolutely.
Like if I did go on there and I found like a chandelier I thought was kind of cool, but I just wanted to like make changes to it to kind of make it my own, would I have to give the original artist like credit for using their product initially?
So the way that it works is, okay, right now in Spatial, they actually have like an integration with Sketchfab. So that information is automatically embedded. But yes, it's going to be very likely that you're going to have, it's basically an information tab. And there's a spot on Sketchfab where you can actually copy the copyright or the credits, whatever the artist wants you to do. So some artists will actually say like, no credit necessary. Other artists will say, you know, here's what I want you to put if you use it in my space. So again, some people don't even think about that, Casey. I know that you are an artist, so you understand that that's important. But yes, even if I was, you know, making changes now, in saying that, no, I think I would, even if I was just thinking, Casey, if you took different parts off of it, but it depends on how unique it is, you know?
Yeah, like how alike is it really? Because
correct.
Because like just like any copyright, like you can make something up totally completely look different, and then like nobody's really gonna get you for copyright. But if it looks enough the same, then they're like, but that was mine. So yeah, I was just wondering about the copyright stuff, but that's cool that they have it.
Yeah,
where you can like do the copyright thing.
Each one, Casey, has a different you know, a different way they want you to present it. So you'll see that right, like when you're downloading it, it'll be there. It'll say like credits or copy credits, something of that nature. You actually just press a button and it copies it the same way if you're like copying a wallet address, we'll say.
Okay, cool. I love that you know all this stuff. You're like a lifesaver. Everybody, hands. We need props for Ms.Gekko.
You beat me to it. I was about to run to my soundboard. That's it. But no, we do need people like Ms.Gekko in the spaces just to educate us and things like this, because like me, I have no idea about any of this stuff, so I'm learning the same as everyone else. And for anyone who's just jumping in and just joining us now, like this is VeVe weekends. This is the new slot brought to you by the VeVe Collective. So normally we do VeVe Wednesdays every Wednesday, but this is the new weekend slot that we've been trialing out. This is episode 3, where we're just discussing VeVeverse and the Metaverse. And if anyone does have any anything they want to add to the conversation, want to jump up and say hi and throw something in, feel free. It's a safe space, and we welcome all opinions and anything anyone wants to say. Just throwing that out there. Cool.
I can't wait to see some KC originals in her space.
I can't wait to gift you stuff. I'll be like, ooh, look what I made. Here, look. Oh, look, I made this. It totally reminded me of you. So, like, it's a one-of-one piece. I hope you love it and put it up somewhere special.
All right, we got Fro and VeVe Investments up. How are you guys? Let's start with Fro. Fro, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you, Oz?
I'm good, mate. So, how's things?
Oh, amazing. We are all so early. You just would not believe. I can't stress that enough.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I am curious at all. Like you probably can or cannot answer this. So I totally understand. Did you get an invite maybe to get first dibs on the VeVeverse?
Absolutely. And
oh, excellent.
Let me just say it's so much more than what was teased.
Oh, excellent. Oh, there you go. That's tickled everyone's fancy now, man. You got us all wondering. Like, obviously, I know there's things you can and can't tell us, but yeah, that sounds very, very promising.
Yeah, I know. Darn that NDA, brother. That NDA. Right?
No, it's all. Yeah, all good, man. I completely understand. No, that's good. That's created a level of excitement now.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If I was not bullish before, oh my gosh. Yeah. Now multiply that at least by 10 folds, if not more. It's yeah. It's I did not expect to be able to do what we are doing in the beta. It's mind bending. It's yeah. I really can't say too much, but wow. I hope the next wave we get more than a couple of hundred other users. Yeah, you would love it, Oz. You would love it.
Excellent. Well, there you go. I do have a question, and you may or may not be able to answer this, but this comes back to something I think Quill said, is it easy to use?
Yes. I think so. But I'm pretty tech savvy, so that might, I'd say if a beginner can use it. Yes, ma'am.
Hello, by the way. I wanted to say hi. I never, I wasn't following you, so I just shot you a follow. But how is it compared to other metaverses?
Without
that
giving
will
away,
tie into the ease of use question.
Comparable, very, very comparable. But there's certain things that I'd say that we can do that the others couldn't. Yeah, without giving away too much. Yeah,
for sure, mate. Well, let's put it this way. What can you tell us? What are you allowed to tell us?
Nothing.
Pretty much nothing other than the level of my excitement.
Excitement. Yeah, let's go. Let's roll with that.
Yeah, I'm excited for us as a whole community, and I can't wait for everyone to get in. Like I can't wait. It was well worth the wait, and now I know exactly why the team waited this long. I'm glad they did.
Excellent. Because if anyone who hasn't listened to the interview that David did with I think it's Will Goes Meta, he was basically saying that there's some big things coming for Q4, so that sounds like that might be one of them. So stay tuned, because it sounds like it's going to be a hell of a ride. VeVe Investments. So how are you, mate? You got your hand up?
What's going on? How's everyone doing?
Good, mate. How are you?
Not too shabby. I thought I'd hop in the combo here because I got a quick question for Fro, but also I wanted to add to the conversation that I think it was KCollections and Ms.Gekko were having before about the 3D models.
Yeah, by all means, mate, go for it.
Fro, because I know I've done a lot of VeVeverse videos in the past. Is it fair to say that the videos that I put out are fairly accurate in terms of some of the predictions I made?
I'd say you're close. I'd say you're very close. I watched your videos. I've commented on a few, actually. I think once the second wave gets in, Twitter or X, the space is going to be filled with a lot more bullish information and just sentiment for the community. It's amazing, brother. Like I can't say that enough.
I love to hear that.
Excellent. Well, that sounds like the excitement is real, everybody. So we got some big things coming. So we're trying to roast Fro too much, but yeah, it sounds like
too. But because I know I did a video in the past talking about like 3D models that you guys were just talking about, and I know a lot of these platforms like Envato Elements is one of them, Sketchfab another one I heard you guys talking about. A lot of these platforms allow you to create like favorites lists. So if you guys just create an account, they're completely free. You guys can just start favoriting all the models that you guys like. I have like lists after lists. I have like probably over 500 models at this point that I have saved. So I was just going to toss that in as a little tip if you guys haven't started doing that already, because it's a good way to get ahead what you can.
There we go. I'm just reading the comments here. I've got a question from King616. Can you ask Casey about the VeVeology? I'm not sure what that is, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Brian, you're a dork. Nothing. It's nothing, husband.
Oh, there we go. Well, there you go. That meant nothing to me, but sounds like it was a inside joke. All good. Love it. Absolutely love it. I know I've said it before. Like, if anybody wants to come up and say a few words, by all means, go for it. It's a safe place. We always enjoy different levels of conversation or different levels of banter. So feel free to jump up if anybody wants to. But if you want to hang in the back and listen to, that's all good as well. So Fro, did you go for any of the drops lately?
No, I have not. I unfortunately just been real busy. Just hanging out in the VeVeverse, brother.
No, nice. So, were there many other testers? Because I think they just said there's a small batch. So, is there just a handful of people other than yourself? Do you know who the other testers are? Have you interacted?
I do. And the other creators are creators that you've seen, just always putting out content. And
Cool.
yeah, they are. Yeah, I think everybody has the same exact feeling about the VeVeverse. Yeah, dude, I think, like you said, it's just a handful of us. Once we gather enough information that the team is happy with, then I think the next second wave might be sent out for invites. But we're just here just to test out the beta and hopefully, just find all the bugs before all the other waves come on board.
Yeah, nice one. And is it quite buggy at the moment? Is it flowing quite well?
It's flowing very well, very well. So it's always improvements that could be made with any app. So, but at the moment, very well. Everything's going pretty good on our side, I'd say.
Excellent. Quill, you have a question?
Yes, I just want to say that I think the second wave should be people who are completely technologically unchallenged, completely impossible with technology, so they can break it properly, because we know how to break things better than anyone.
I agree. That is a great way of putting it too, and I completely agree, Doublequill.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, no, because obviously we can't let small children into this app, so I guess that's the next best thing. Because I know, like, especially like, having two small kids of my own, if you definitely want to stress test anything, give it to a toddler, and if it can survive, then you're doing all right. Cool. Oh, they're exciting, everybody. There you go. Does anyone else have any more questions for Fro? Sorry to throw you on the spot there, mate. It seems like I sort of opened up a can of worms there.
Oh no, it's fine, absolutely fine. I'd say what I can allowed to be said, but other than that, I can't. So I've been very broad with my answers, I believe, so far. But level of excitement is through the roof. Let me just say that.
All I want to know, I mean, if you can't answer it, obviously don't. But all I want to know is it easier to like rotate and actually like move the items around?
Yeah, I second that, because that's a big pain in the ass in my book as well.
Great question, KCollections. Let me just say that I'm used to, with the phone app, creating in the vault, but on the VeVeverse, it was so much more easier. So much more easier.
Well, there we go, Quill. Let's go.
Yep, love it. That's what I want to know. Ease of use. That's what's going to get everyone in. Ease of use. Make it simple. Make it easy to use.
Perfectly said. And you can probably tell by my level of excitement why I'm excited, because of things like that and a lot more other things that I can't probably mention.
Yeah, no, that's cool, mate. I could totally respect that. Evolved. We got Evolved up to the stage. Heyo, brother. How are we?
Heyo, what is up, everybody? Doublequill, KCollections, Ms.Gekko, and Fro, and Mr. Ozman. What a great space so far. I've caught in a little bit in the beginning, had to ditch out, but what is up, everybody? I had a quick question for Fro and maybe Ms. Gex. Do you need like a gaming computer to run these like spatial or like any other metaverses, or like even like like right now the VeVeverse?
Like a good level of tech to make this thing usable.
Yeah.
Yeah, great question. And with the Todd McFarlane Spawn drop, I got into the showroom and it was very, very laggy. I don't know if it's just my processor wasn't high enough.
No, it was not.
Right?
It was not just you. It was not just you is what I meant. I couldn't even get it
okay.
open.
Okay, yeah. So
my bad.
Being that said, in the VeVeverse, same exact computer, it ran so much more smoother. So there you go. I can't probably say too much more than that.
Okay.
And Evolved, the same as for Spatial. I can run Spatial Spaces, but I couldn't open up that showroom, same as Fro said. You can also, and they'll probably have a similar feature, is if your computer is running slow, you can change the settings. So like maybe you're going to get it, with a few less pixels, you know what I'm saying? But you'll have a smoother experience rather than having, that super, hyper realistic experience.
like 1 frame per second type deal.
I don't think it goes that low.
No. I suppose it'd be like
Cool.
if you were playing like, like gaming on a gaming PC, you just have like your different levels of resolution. I guess you have like, your low, your mediums, your high, your ultra highs or something like that. Maybe that's how they would sort of gauge like, your experience in the VeVeverse by your level of tech, maybe something along those lines.
Got it. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
No worries, mate. Now this is turning into a very good space. There's got a nice number of listeners. Have a good conversation. Loving it. This is what it's all about.
You always have good spaces, Oz. What are you talking about? I usually miss them, so I do love the new time slot.
I know I told
great.
Ms.Gekko when I first joined in, I was like, I'm so happy that you started doing these on Sundays because I hardly ever make the Wednesday one. So I'm really happy that Osmond gets to do it on the weekends.
Oh, well, thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. And that was the whole idea of like, the whole theory behind these spaces is to see if this would like, be more. It was actually more geared to like to sort of my side of the world, like, to see if anybody over in the European or the UK side of things want to try and jump into some of the spaces, because normally VeVe Wednesdays is too early for everybody on this side of the pond, but it is kind of turning into Sundays, kind of like the bit of the sweet spot for everybody. Like, you've got over on your side, which is kind of like more like lunchtime to sort of getting into the afternoon. Here is kind of like getting into the later nights, but still manageable. So I mean, like it's good that everyone's enjoying the space. I do always appreciate the feedback, and anything I can make these spaces better and more enjoyable for everybody is always at the top of my priority list.
Ms.Gekko, before you got in here, he was trying to play like background music, just like some classical jazz or something in the background, so that his space can be a little different. Isn't that so funny?
Oh, I love it.
I know, right?
Great idea.
Yeah. Again, like, just experimenting with different things. Like, I've been like throwing my own like little soundboard together as well. Like, try and get like some sound effects happening. Try and make it a bit more immersive and interactive for everybody. And just like I said before, trying to take a quote from Topping File and just sort of take what everyone else is doing and just try and make it cooler.
I see On My Way joined us. What's up?
What?
Oh, how are you, buddy?
So what's up, Oz?
Thanks for coming back.
Of course, Quill. Oh man, Clover, bro, you got me excited. You don't even know, bro. You got me super excited. I'm super happy that you got into this beta. That first wave, legendary, absolutely legendary. Geez. Yeah, I'm glad that it sounds smooth so far. Hopefully, they can open up these waves sooner than later. That'll be nice.
Yeah, well, hopefully they get the next wave of people in there quick smart, because it sounds like we've got a lot to look forward to.
So I do have one question for you, the Viewerverse. Is the social aspect live in the beta? I don't know if you can say that or not, but
Oh, still there, Fro?
Hello? Yeah. I lost connection here. I'm sorry. Can you please repeat that question?
I just wanted to know if the VeVeverse social aspect is live in the beta yet. Like, can we chat with friends, or if you can't talk about that, I understand.
Yeah, I can't say any of that. Great question though. Yeah, I can't mention anything about that. That's actually part of the NDA. That was probably something we can't mention at all. But
Okay.
just let me say this to you on my way. Future's bright, brother. It's brighter than 1,000 suns. So I hope that kind of may answer your question.
Let's go. Let's go. Bud Thompson. Let's go.
Yeah, sounds like in the MDA they like triple highlighted that part or put like a big massive circle around it, saying if you're going to forget anything, don't forget this one. So just going back to what I was saying before about sound. I'm just trying to set up my background sound. So while I've got a nice audience here, I'll get a little bit of feedback about how we feel about having like some ambient background sound, whether it's too loud, too noisy, gets in the way, or if it sounds awesome and I should keep it. So this is what I was playing with. So if I can make my little tablet here work because it's ancient and runs like crap. Tell me, what do you think of something like this? If it wants to work. There we go. It's coming, I swear. Here we go. Some nice chilled background ambient music. How's that sound? Is that coming through clear all right? Yeah, something we can just chill to, relax, have a nice conversation about the VeVe-verse, or even just collectibles, fandom, Marvel, comics, DC, whatever you want, really. So, because this is VeVe Weekends, brought to you by the VeVe Collective, and by myself, Mr. Osman Collects. I've also got KCollections now as my co-host because we had a few more people come up and speak. So that's another cool little thing, because that's one thing I am lacking on these weekends at the moment is I am lacking a co-host, because my trusty co-host Dino, who normally joins me for VeVe Week Wednesdays, Sunday unfortunately doesn't work for him, so it's just me up here by my lonesome at the moment. But that's all cool because I've got all my VeVe fam. We're all just chilling together and just enjoying this crazy journey that's digital collecting and just having fun. What do you reckon, guys? How'd that sound?
Like an official announcement.
I was gonna say that was perfect. You should snip that as your like opening for next time.
Yeah, no, I should write that down, shouldn't I?
That was really good. Yeah.
I know. Lucky for me, I record these spaces, so that's all good. Yeah, actually, I'm feeling this vibe now. It's actually working pretty good. Look at that. Even if we don't say anything, we can just sit here and just chill for a minute. This is much better than crickets. Cool. Well, it's coming up on 10 o'clock here in the not so sunny England, which is hopefully going to be a bit sunnier tomorrow. I've probably got a good half hour left in me before I got to start wrapping up the space. So if there is anybody who wants to jump up and say a few things, by all means, go for it, because that's what we like. We like different viewpoints, different opinions. So it's all good. MASC, how are you, buddy?
Hey, Osman, how you doing, man? Love you guys' spaces, man. Always look forward to it. Wednesday's kind of tough because it's late when you come up, so I kind of miss those. But love it when I can make it.
Oh, excellent. Well, thank you. I always appreciate to hear things like that. Everyone's enjoying the space. Everybody wants the spaces to continue because, like I've said on VeVe Wednesdays, I'll keep making them. And if everybody wants to keep listening.
I had a non-incriminating question for Ecomi. And not sure if this was asked. I assume you have multiple collectibles from different IPs, including comics. If that is the case, have you had any issues decorating with any of your collectibles?
No. Good question, though. No, I have zero issues. And if there are some, I'm sure we're going to find them. But yeah, as for me personally, no, I've had
awesome.
Zero issues.
Thank you for answering that.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Great to see you in this space.
Oh,
and
I
thank
can't
you for
wait
coming
to
up.
see you in the VeVe once we all get the invitation, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for giving us the alpha.
Absolutely.
That's it. We're all gonna be chilling in the VeVe-verse, so partying at the WebV villa.
Yep. And what we'll have to do is, in order to help people or ease people in, we can be on a Twitter space and walk people through how to sign in, how to meet us, so we can have these hybrid spaces, Twitter and, X, and being in the VeVe-verse with, I assume, our avatars, which gives like an extra layer to things.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's one thing I am looking forward to, is like, creating my avatars. Like, I wonder what sort of avatar options they're gonna have. Because like, obviously, you have like, your clothing and all that sort of stuff. But maybe, what about if someone doesn't want to be a person? Maybe they can have like an avatar, like, you could be like a dragon or a dinosaur or a goblin or something out of I don't know, like, let's say I want to be I don't know, let's go Marvel. Let's say Frost Giant. I don't know. What would you be?
I tend to be myself. I tend to be myself when I'm in. Oh, sorry, Fro. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say I tend to be myself when I'm in the metaverse, but that is a really great point, because the VeVe-verse is compatible with Unity, and you can create your own avatars in Unity. So, yeah, you very well could be any of those things that you just said.
I can neither confirm or deny what Ms.Gekko just said, but
I mean,
yeah.
Okay, all right. I like it. What about you? What about you, Kay? What would you be? Would you be yourself, or would you be something else?
I'm going to be all the things.
Everything and anything all at once. I love it. Gonna be like Buddha, who goes and asks for a burger and says, make me one with everything.
Well, I like to change my PFP often, so I'm sure I'll be different characters all the time too.
No, I love it.
Different variations of Gwen, huh?
You know
Yeah.
it.
What about you, MASC? What would you be?
In Decentraland, some people were roaches.
So what were they in Decentraland? Sorry.
MASC, you sound super
In
far away.
Decentraland, some people.
I don't even hear
Some
that.
There
people
we
were.
go.
Some
That's
people
better.
were roaches.
They were roaches, were they? So it sounds like something out like wow, what was that movie called? Joe's Apartment.
Yeah. Talking roaches.
Talking roaches. God, that's gone back now. Jeez.
I prefer to be the fly on the wall.
Yeah, fly on the wall. Cool. What about you, Evolved? So what would you be in the VeVe-verse?
I would probably end up being Spider-Man, or just the like random avatar I create with different clothes on and stuff like that. I don't know. I've messed around with Spatial and Ready Player Me a little bit, and I think I like to just change clothes.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, me. I don't know what I would be. I'd just be me, I guess. Yeah,
I wouldn't want to be Predator.
Well, Predator would definitely be a very good second, but maybe not Predator. Maybe I could be like Schwarzenegger from Predator. Now that'd be cool.
That would be cool. Either of those would be very cool.
Yeah. Get to the chopper. What can I say? Predator is like my all-time favorite movie. I can almost quote that entire movie word for word.
My favorite Schwarzenegger movie is Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, that is, yeah. Now you're talking class. It's like, I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. I want them answered immediately. Who is your daddy and what does he do? Love it.
You have the perfect impersonation.
No, thank you.
I have to go with Commando.
Commando is also another good one. Yeah. I grew up with Commando.
But I appreciate the space. I'm going to step down to listener cooking some food over here. So you guys take care. Have a good day. And going back to enjoying the conversation.
Yeah, mate, go for it. So thanks for coming up and taking the time to speak with us. And enjoy your food, mate. What are you making?
I am going to make buffalo cheese dip. Buffalo chicken. Buffalo chicken
Nice.
dip. Sorry.
Yum.
Buffalo chicken dip. Nice. Love it. I do enjoy a bit of home cooking. So I myself made some homemade spicy Mexican pizzas the other day. So here's a top tip for you. If you want to try something cool, if you haven't done so already, instead of using a tomato base, use a salsa base.
Hey, Osman. Hey, brother. I got to jump off here. I'm down to 5% on my phone.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I did not charge overnight. So that's kind of my fault. So, yeah, thank you all for the great questions, the great conversation. Hopefully I was able to answer a few questions without giving out too much or just kind of breach a contract on my NDA.
You did great. You did great. They've been calling me the NDA police because I'm like, they're not going to give us nice things if we don't respect it. So no, you did great. And it was awesome to meet you. And I can't wait for the next few months of learning together, growing together, and just like somebody said, like the minute this gets into, you know, the second batch, the third batch, this is all you're going to see on the timeline. It's just the VeVeverse, every single post.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you. Alrighty. I will try to charge my phone. If you're still on, I'll jump back on. But yeah, I'm down to 4% now. So
all right, mate. You better bail out.
Alrighty. Thank you all.
Peace out, bro.
For the rest of your weekend.
Good to talk with you, Fro. Take care, mate.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, mate. Talk soon. Take care.
Hey guys, I also do have to jump, but Ms.Gekko, as you mentioned, you know, I love that you guys are gonna be doing some VeVeverse tutorials and walkthroughs throughout Twitter and Spaces and YouTube. If anyone would, this is not confirmed yet, but, you know, sure that this is something that we're working. We're gonna have some tutorials in the Discord as well, so just to walk everyone through it, so it's nice and saved and in one place.
Excellent. That's awesome. Thanks for letting us know.
All right, guys. I'll catch you later. Have a great weekend.
Peace out.
TOM, take care, buddy. So thanks for jumping up. Cool. Oh, I'm excited now for the VeVeverse.
I know. So Osman, I've got some. Do you have a pen handy? I got some things that you need to start signing up for. So
ooh, hang on. Let me just. I don't have a pen, but I've got a phone with a notepad on it. So
a pen. Wow, that shows my age, doesn't it? Wow.
And also shows how unprepared I am.
I was kind of half kidding, but I realized when I rattle some of this stuff out, it's a lot if you haven't heard the names before. So what you want to be learning right now for gaming is Unity. And you probably have heard that. So what you build in Unity, they have said the VeVeverse is compatible with Unity. So that's where you can also bring in your own 3D avatars as well as your own environments, we'll say. So I'm not sure, you know, where that's going to land with the VeVeverse, but Unity is a good thing to start doing some research on.
Yeah, I am actually familiar with Unity. I actually saw. I saw the demo they did with the Unreal 5 engine. I think they took a scene out of the Matrix, and I couldn't tell the difference between what was real and what was fake. Actually, come to think of it, I think I saw something on Twitter the other day saying that some independent dev or something took a scene out of I think it was called Counter-Strike or something like that, and basically did it in Unity engine, and it looked real. I swear to God, I couldn't tell the difference.
I love it. And this is what I'm saying. Like, the VeVe fam is so talented. Like, it's going to be incredible what we see coming out of this. So the other ones are what we've already talked about a little bit with 3D modeling. So Sketchfab, you will have to sign up for an account for that. But like I said, there's free models, but there's also ones that you can purchase. When you have your 3D model, you can either edit it or you can build your own models. So you can use a program called Vectory. You might already be familiar with that, or Blender.
Blender. I'm not familiar with them, but I know I have heard the word Blender thrown around in the spaces like a couple of times, but in this one as well.
Blender's a little bit heavier, like it runs a bit heavier on your computer. Vectory, let's just say if you want it to do 3D lettering, or let's just say you've got, you know, a Spider-Man area in your house and you in your VeVeverse house, and you want to do, like I said, a 3D lettering, you can make your own objects. I tend to use Vectory for simpler projects, where Blender would be possibly where I'd bring in a 3D model to start editing it. So again, those two will be your best friends. They're free to use. And again, you can produce things very, very quickly. And if the VeVeverse is allowing outside files, such as, I'll tell you what they are. They're going to be OBJ files, which are object files. They're going to be GLB files, or they're going to be FTX files. So those are the three most common 3D modeling files that you'll see now, especially in the last year and a half, what's being produced.
There we go. Also, everyone out there listening as well better be writing this down as well.
Well, I'm going to be doing up a couple little documents on this anyway. But the other thing I just wanted to say, and someone had mentioned it already, I think it might have been Fro, but Ready Player Me. If you don't already have an account, that's where you can make an avatar that looks like yourself. You can actually download the 3D model of that, and it's rigged, which means that it has like the bones inside of it. So there's a program called Mixamo, Mixamo. You can actually pull your avatar in there, and you can choose what it's doing. A dance, it can be walking, it can be waving, etc., etc.
Wow.
So yeah,
a whole world here I had no idea existed.
I know. So I wanted to just share that, because this is sort of what I've been using in Spatial for the last year and a half. So it's going to be great to translate this over to the VeVeverse. I'm not up to snuff on Unity yet, so Oz, you might have to give us some pointers.
On Unity, well, I mean, like, I only know what I've seen, like, basically just like in the Newsnet, like just from some of the Unreal 5 demos. Yeah, like I said before, just I saw them do a demo. I think it was the Matrix. I just seen that, and just the level of detail is just amazing. It just, there's scenes of it where I couldn't tell the difference between what was real and what was not. It was like literally, I felt like I was like in the Matrix. But the future is definitely looking very, very bright and very very exciting. And I don't know about you guys out there, like, you know, me being a parent, and that I always think about like, you know, my kids when I look at stuff like this. I mean, like, I sort of think to myself, what if this is where we're at now? What was it going to be like when they get to my age? Like, you know, what's it going to be like, you know, when we've got the Apple Pro goggles, or the whatever the next iteration of that might be, being like, you know, just like a household name. Like right now, we're basically like on the forefront of a new age. Like, you know, we got the world like constantly going digital, more and more digital every day. You know, we got our money's going digital. We got metaverse is coming. Like, you know, our whole lives. Like, you know, there's going to be a point somewhere in the future where just everything's going to be digital, and it's scary and exciting at the same time, and I love it. Cool. Well, I got about 10 minutes or so left in me before I got to start wrapping these spaces up. So again, I'll just put it out there. If there's anybody who wants to jump up and say a few words, or wants to contribute anything to the conversation, or has anything they want to say, feel free. It's like I said, it's always good to have other opinions come up and be shared and join the conversation. If not, then that's all good too. But I just want to say thank you to everybody for taking the time out of their days to come and chill with me in this space. Like I said, it's VeVe Weekends. It's episode 3. With the new time slot of Sundays. Basically, from I think it's like 12:30 till 2:30 Pacific Standard Time, or 8:30 till 10:30 British Standard Time. So if you're on my side of the pond, and I mean, right now it's just been in the sort of like the trial phases to see if everybody's happy with the space or wants to how active it is. And I think right now everything's been, the last episode 3 or the last 2 episodes have been roaring successes. So if everyone keeps tuning in, we'll keep posting them.
I don't know if you know this, Osman, but 3 is my favorite number, and the fact that I'm co-hosting your 3rd one means it's meant to be. And I just wanted to throw that out there.
Oh, excellent. That's what I wanted to hear. Cool. Look at that. Fate. Love it.
Yes, Osman. Amazing space as always, my guy. I had to just jump in real quick and say thank you for making awesome spaces on Wednesdays, weekends, and just spreading the love through the VeVe fam and Web3 community. I think I just had to say that. I want to also thank you, KCollections and Ms.Gekko, for some info on what creating in Blender and stuff like that. Doublequill, your freaking, what's it called? Blogs are awesome. I always get a laugh out of them. And honestly, really feel connected with it in a way. So thank you for those. I am going to be hopping out here soon. So I just wanted to say goodbye. But I'll see you guys later.
Excellent. Love it. And thank you, Evolved. And also, if you haven't if nobody's familiar with it, I haven't checked it out yet, Evolved is sort of like our unofficial Chikoroko ambassador. Please check out the Chikoroko project. I actually think it's fantastic. It's free, and I think it's a really good way to introduce people into using our collectibles in an AR space, because it's more or less the same sort of thing as what VeVe does with their collectibles. And I like it. I'm definitely getting into it. I think I'm up to like 20 collectibles or something now. I'm sort of gaining. But really cool project. So definitely check it out. Inano, bro, how are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up, guys? Kind of wanted to throw flowers real quick. What's up, Kay? What's up, Ms.Gekko? Evolve, Doublequill. Guys, check out her blog. She also is it tweet Xing? What are we doing? But she just did a post about her blogs. Check it out, guys. It's awesome. Hey, Oz, thanks for doing the space. D and I have been listening this whole morning. We're heading to the east side of the island, so we were preparing, and it was just a nice, good listen in the background. I am super bullish hearing Brother Fro up here.
Same.
And knowing Fro, he gave us just enough just to kind of like quench our thirst. And I just feel like we are super early and lucky to be here. And I just kind of want to say that. Thanks for the space, guys. Appreciate you all.
All right, thank you. And also, if you haven't checked out Hinano and D's channel, it is the Real Uncommon Podcast. I always have to make sure I say that very, very slowly because I always tend to screw it up. But again, amazing content, fantastic channel. Definitely check it out. Also check out all our other members' channels as well. So we've got KCollections with her channel, Doublequill with her blog. Definitely check that out. Evolve Collects. Check out his channel as well. He's always doing amazing content. And I think that's everyone. I don't think I've missed anybody. So basically I'll start wrapping the space up now, but I'll throw it out there one last time. If anybody has anything they want to throw into the conversation before I wrap things up, please do. Otherwise I'll call it a night. But again, I just want to say thank you very much for everybody taking the time out of their day to come and chill with me in the space. This is VeVe Weekends episode 3. There will definitely be more episodes in the future. So this is our new sort of time slots of 8:30 till 10:30 British Standard Time, or 12:30 till 2:30 Pacific Standard Time if you're on that side of the world. We also do our other show, VeVe Wednesdays, which is also another regular time space of 8:30, 8 till 10 Pacific Standard Time, and which is also 4 to 6 British Standard Time in the morning. So most people in the UK don't want to get up that early, like stupid early, like I do. So that's what these Sunday spaces are for. So the idea is to sort of cater to everybody. So it gives everybody a chance to sort of jump in on the space. But you can also catch the replay also on the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel. And we do also have it on Spotify as well. If anybody uses Spotify, though, Spotify doesn't actually get a lot of love anymore. It's more YouTube or nothing. But you can find all these on the YouTube channel.
Thank you, Osman. This was an awesome space. We appreciate you.
No, thank you very much, Kay. I appreciate you and everyone else in the space. I know it. If it wasn't for the amazing members of the community taking the time to come jump in these spaces, they wouldn't happen and they wouldn't be what they are. So a big thank you from me to you, and I think I'll wrap the space up there. So yeah, so I will either catch everybody for VeVe Wednesdays if you can make it, or I will catch you next week for VeVe Weekends, episode 4. Also, a quick one as well for VeVe Wednesdays. It is going to be our 20th episode. And we're going to be doing some giveaways and some prizes, and we might even be doing a quiz. So if you're able to jump in and make it, please do. If not, you'll be able to catch the replay. All right, guys. Well, this has been VeVe Weekends. I'm your host, Osman Collects. I've been joined by my co-host for this episode, KCollections. Thank you for being the co-host, and also a big thank you to Ms.Gekko. For speaking on all things Metaverse. Big thank you to Ecomi for dropping a nice little teaser for what's to come for the VeVeverse. I'm super excited. Doublequill, thank you so much for jumping in, taking the time to speak with us. And Evolved, MASC, and anyone else who's taking time out of their day to join us. I appreciate every single one of you. All right, well that's enough rambling for me. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'm going to head off to bed. And I will catch you all in around the X space or X ship. I don't know whatever we're calling Twitter now. I have no idea. we need some names.
Yeah, right. Good night, Osman.
All right. Good night, everybody. Take care. Bye.